In this time of crime, hatred, rape, violence, drugs, child abuse, and related social problems, we believe the principles of love and discipline are very important. We must accept responsibility for a problem before we can solve it. The words of Grandmaster Robert Dickerson. It all started here in the early 1980s with the creative vision of one man, Robert Henry Dickerson, to have a program that would address the social ills that plague our communities, especially in the inner cities. With the loving support of his wife, Wanda, this dynamic duo developed a powerful, globally recognized, award winning program that flourished from a tiny storefront building in Camden, New Jersey. The Unity Community Center, home of the world champion Universal Pasha Karate School, the world champion UPK Pasha Generals Drill Team, the sensational and electrifying Universal African Dance and Drum Ensemble, the award winning UCC Praise Dance Ministry, just to name a few. Here are accounts of the creative impact of Robert Dickerson, Unity Community Center, and love and discipline is the key.
Utilize the karate school. He always had the doors open for us. Like you could go in there and work out. You could go in there and train if you wanted to train, you know. And knowing Sensei Robbie, probably if you would have told him like that you couldn't afford no tuition, let's say if you ain't had no family or nothing, he probably would have just let you rock for free. You know, most, and that's 9 times out of 10, because we all had an open door policy, and you know we was young. He didn't ask us about no money or anything like that. He was like, just come in here, man. Y'all want to work out? Don't fight out in the street. Bring it in here. Put the gloves on.
And they was like, kind of lost like in the streets and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But he helped bring them in and bring them up, and build them up. And that's what they became strong in the University of South Karate School.
You know, like a father figure to pretty much everyone, grandfather figure to all the children. So he kind of pretty much like set the tone for like even seeing men in my life. Like, my father passed away when I was younger, when I was about 2. So I have very minimum memories of my father at all. But when I got into the community center, I was still young. I was young and personable. So this was like a father figure to all of us.
Life, he gave us the safe spot, where we was able to go in there and try to learn how to not get some face knots, and just everything else that's in there is just, for my man. Every time I seen him, he used to smile. He'd be like, man, how you been, man? How your brother, man? How everybody, man? He was just a good soul. Always a good vibe, always good energy. So, yeah.
Like a father. My father wasn't never there, so he was always there to teach me everything. He taught me how to shave.
He was a great guy. He was very, very, very generous, very knowledgeable. As a kid, a lot of stuff that you would hear him say when you was younger, it didn't really register until now as an adult. And you're like, oh, okay, it makes sense. And then now not having him around is like, oh, it really makes sense now. Like I really get it. And one of his things was always like, oh, you're going to miss me when I'm gone. And you don't think about people actually going away or passing, especially nobody like him. Like you don't think about that. So it was like, okay. But the moment it happened, it's like, yeah, we really do miss you.
Should be involved with Universal or UPK because I'm gonna give this one word, it's a lot of discipline. Discipline.
Instill good, qualities in the children, like learning how to work together in teams, learning how to go through difficult activities.
With it and really embrace it is the discipline of it.
If you put them in the discipline to develop self-discipline. So I believe that our program of discipline, the martial arts, is one of the most ultimate programs that develop high levels of discipline, you know. And the difference in our martial arts program is that we don't just give them martial arts, we give them what we call a holistic program of their culture. Because when you give someone their culture is really the essence of love itself, where if you don't know yourself, you don't know where you're going, it's impossible to really love yourself. So our blend, our methodology of how we put the culture, the discipline, the spiritual parts in our program, where we could deal with the holistic person itself, it gives that child a chance to grow.
People can help us, help the kids, help the community. That will help a lot.